Have you guys heard this news that Apostle Femi Lazarus is relocating to Kenya because God told him to move there?
I think it's okay for me to say that God has put in Apostle and his wife's heart at this season to be based in Kenya.
This information was revealed at Reverend Julian's church in Kenya, while Pastor Femi Lazarus and his wife, Pastor Miracle, were visiting Reverend Julian. According to Pastor Femi Lazarus, he visited Reverend Julian so he could be imparted for the new phase of his ministry in Kenya. While they were speaking to the congregation, Reverend Julian said, God has had a wonderful run in Nigeria and he's still working in Nigeria, but he's about to begin something big in Kenya. He also made reference to Apostle Joshua Selman, saying that the one country he would like to buy a house is Kenya. Since this story made headlines, lots of videos and opinions has been trending left, right, center. Some persons are applauding Apostle Femi Lazarus for listening to the voice of God and relocating to Kenya, while some persons are saying he's running away from challenges in Nigeria. They said, why didn't God send him to South Africa? Or why didn't God send him to Iran? Or any of these countries where they're having challenges? It is now Kenya that he's saying that God sent him to. It will interest you to note that this is not the first time Pastor Femi Lazarus and most of God's generals in the faith had made these bold moves. In 2014, Pastor Oyakhilome moved to South Africa while Christ Embassy headquarters was still based in Nigeria. A few years ago, Reverend Adeyemi also moved to the United States and runs his ministry from there. Apostle Joshua Selman did the same thing by moving from Zaria to Abuja, where he currently operates from. When Pastor Femi Lazarus first started Light Nation Church, he was based in Ibadan, which is in the western part of Nigeria. But a few years ago, he moved to Abuja, which is the capital of Nigeria, following God's instruction, and the ministry grew even bigger. He told us then that before he moved to Abuja, God told him to drop his cars as a seed, empty his bank account, and move to Abuja with the blessing. He said his final week in Ibadan, he was taking bike up and down, and he was taking shuttle buses to church. He said he moved to Abuja in faith. Some persons even resigned from their jobs and joined him on this journey. They didn't even have house rent when they got to Abuja. He said when they began house hunting, he saw a very fine house that he liked, but he couldn't afford the house. At this time, they had already gotten a place for the church to start. So he told his companions to go and buy a student bed so that they can just drop the bed in the church and sleep. Then he sat down to pray, and God told him to look outside his window. When he turned and looked outside, God asked him, what do you see? He just saw expanse of land and beautiful buildings and those kind of things. And God told him, I will give you a city, this city. And God kept to his word. Pastor Femi Lazarus became way more famous in Abuja compared to when he was in Ibadan. And now he's moving to Kenya, which means the ministry is moving to the next phase. We do not even know if this move is permanent or temporary. But what I strongly believe is that it is time for the people of Kenya to experience the mighty move of God that Nigeria has been experiencing all along. Congratulations to Apostle Femi Lazarus on this bold move. Thank you for watching. If you love my videos, ensure you're subscribed to this channel, like this video, and share with your loved ones. I'll see you all in my next video tomorrow. Until then, bye.